Hello, Greg.
Where the hell have you been?
Long time no see.
Long time no see, Jason.
Today, Greg, we are talking about forgotten 80s kids' TV shows. Again.
We've done that before.
Different ones.
Right.
I'm David Asloff. Don't haggis the Hoff and don't hassle the Hoff. You're watching Tea and Toast.
I mean, if this is the first of our videos you've ever watched, then you don't know that we haven't done one for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Those of you who do watch us regularly, we do apologise that we haven't had a video out, but it's Greg's fault.
Excuse me, Jason. I went to New York with my close friends. That was 1 week. And I think you'll believe, to pay me back, you went somewhere with your friends, didn't you, Jason?
I went to the Crucible in Sheffield, Greg, to watch the world-famous World Championship snooker tournament.
So let me get this straight. I go across the world with my friends to watch WrestleMania with 85,000 screaming, crazy fans, drinking, having a really good time. You go and have a cup of tea and watch snooker.
I'd rather do that. Thanks very much. Anyway, we are talking about forgotten kids' TV shows. So the first one isn't really a kids' TV show.
Well, that's ridiculous.
But I did watch it when I was a kid, and lots of kids watched it.
So it's all about you then, is it?
It always is,
It's
Greg.
always about you, isn't it? I bet I've never heard of any of these programmes.
Automan.
By the way, if you hear lots of rain, that's because
It's raining.
it's raining heavily outside.
It's absolutely
It
persisting
is.
it down.
It's absolutely freezing here.
Anyway, Automan.
Automan. Never heard of it.
You see, it makes me sad that you've never heard of it, Greg, because it was very much of the ilk of Street Hawk and Knight Rider.
Rex.
Yeah. Very much same period, very much same kind of thing. Was created by Glenn Larson, who created lots of those programmes.
Glenn Larson did Knight Rider?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. This is completely news to me. Automan
I have mentioned Automan before.
was done by Knight Rider Man.
Yeah.
What's
This-
Automan then? Tell me, man. Quick, tell me more.
Well, there was only 13 episodes. Went for one season. Created by Glenn Larson. Each episode was 50 minutes, and it originally ran from December the 15th, 1983, to April the 2nd, 1984. When did Knight Rider run?
83.
Same time. Basically, it told the story of Walter Nebeker, played by Desi Arnaz. He played Walter Nebeker, who was a computer geek genius in 1983, and he created a computer program that actually turned into Automan, and it was a little blue spark that used to appear, and then it would draw Automan, and he had this costume. That was his costume, Greg. Do you remember that? I'll put a picture on for you.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
And then he would draw a car, and the car would become real.
It's always a car with Larson,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And it was just amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, I kind of do remember it.
Only 13 episodes. I don't know why. Cursor, the thing was called, the little floating sidekick.
Do you think Knight Rider was probably the reason? Maybe
Perhaps.
Larson didn't want to do it anymore.
Who knows? Yeah, Desi Arnaz. Chuck Wagner played Automan. Robert Lansing, Gerald S. O'Loughlin and Heather McNair was Roxanne Caldwell. She was kind of like the Bonnie character. They're all very formulaic, aren't they? Kind of like the same...
It's just Knight Rider, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Are you going to put a clip in?
Yes,
Are you?
I'm going to put it in.
What? No.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You must be Walter Nebeker.
How did you know that?
It's on the programming you fed into my system. I must say, Walter, you're very good. Very good indeed. I look wonderful.
If you do say so yourself.
Well, you programmed me to be honest. But tell me, why did you call me Automan?
It means that you're the world's first truly automatic man. You can do anything because you're not real.
Oh, but I am. I'm as real as you are, just different. And thanks to you, perfect.
Have you ever felt like this?
Your voice cracked singing that then, didn't
Have
it?
strange things happened? Are you going round the twist?
See, I remember this programme, right? But do you know the one reason I didn't like it?
Why?
Because of that theme tune. It's one
Oh,
of them ones
it's
that's
brilliant.
eerie to me. It's an eerie, horrible theme tune.
Loved it. Round the twist.
My wife, that's the word. She loved this as well.
I've introduced my kids to it. We have it all on DVD. They love it, except for the first episode, which is called Skeleton on the Dunny, and that scared them a little bit when they were little. It originally aired April the 4th, 1989, and carried on May 2nd, 2001.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that did annoy me with this was the family changed a lot, didn't it? The people who played the characters changed.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
It was Australian, made by the Australian Children's Television Foundation, and each episode was 25 minutes. I think it aired on CBBC here originally.
It's a long time, 25 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a kids' programme, I mean. In them days.
I suppose. The theme tune, Greg, that you don't like, was written by Andrew Duffield and sung by Tamsin West. So there you go.
Oh, you mean Tamsin West?
Yeah, good old Tamsin West. It was created by...
Didn't she do...
Yeah. Created by Paul Jennings. Only 4 seasons were made, despite it having an 11-year run. First 2 seasons were based on stories written by Paul Jennings, and the latter 2 were based on a variety of people's work.
4 seasons for that long? I mean,
Yeah.
there must have been loads of episodes per season then.
I seem to remember the seasons being quite long. A 3rd season, which was again recast, was made in 2000, followed by a 4th, with some roles again recast in 2001.
It wasn't my favourite football
Kept
show.
recasting everything, but it was good. I liked the stories. The one that we watch all the time is Without My Pants, where after every sentence they have to say "Without my pants."
Let's
Without
do
my
that.
pants.
Without my pants.
Okay, Greg, Without My Pants.
Show a clip, Jason, without my pants. Don't show a clip without my pants, Jason.
I'll put one in now, Greg, Without My Pants.
Yes, I want a proper report. No more jokes.
Don't you mean no Jockson?
I've got something to show you all. Without my pants.
Proper report, Peter.
This is the show of Ben Byron. The bones want to be reunited to make you cry whenever you go near them. The dog is a ghost dog 100 years old. He's going to say it. Watch him, watch him. Here he goes. Go on.
Dead Bubsy Carol, it is Dead Bubsy Carol. Yes!
Without my pants.
Marian, why don't you carry on with what you're... Don't know the rest.
Yeah, I know this one as well, because
Yeah.
my wife used to like this one as well.
Alright, your wife's featured quite a lot in this episode, hasn't she? Maid Marian and Her Merry Men was a CBBC show. Not sure if it made it outside of the UK.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Because a lot of the children's stuff over here goes out.
On World Service.
Yeah.
Let us know if you've heard of Maid Marian and Her Merry Men. It ran for 4 series, a total episode number of 26.
That's a lot though, isn't it?
Each of those was 25 minutes as well. But
Yeah, because if you remember rightly, the way it used to run here was... It started about 3 o'clock, didn't it, the children's stuff on BBC One. And then at 5 o'clock it would always be something like this, or Blue Peter.
Yeah.
And then into the news, and then into
Neighbours.
Neighbours.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be,
Yeah.
isn't it?
This again started in 1989, quite late in the 80s, and ran till 1994. It was created by, Greg?
Glenn Larson.
No, Tony Robinson of
Tony.
Time Team fame and Blackadder.
How can you say he's from Time Team fame? He's not from Time Team fame,
I
is
bet
he?
you he is.
He's not. He's from Blackadder fame.
Of course he's from Blackadder, but he's also from
You,
Time
but you
Team.
don't put that second.
You do.
You don't.
What
was his character name?
He also did In Which?
Blackadder?
Baldrick.
Oh, you had to think though, didn't you? You were nearly there.
And he wouldn't have a character name in Time Team, he was just Tony Robinson. He's recently just done a very interesting documentary series about the Wild West on Sky, which was very good. Have you seen it? Anyway, he played the Sheriff of Nottingham in Maid Marian, and the plot twist was that Maid Marian was in charge of the Merry Men, not Robin Hood, and Robin Hood was a bit of a dimwit, wasn't he?
Plot twist.
Yeah, and they used to do things like spoofing films in it, didn't they? Like Jurassic Park and stuff like that. All that kind of thing. And it was very funny. I don't remember being a massive fan of it.
It's one of them I actually did used to turn over. And whatever was on ITV.
Yeah, probably. What would have been on ITV at that time?
Blockbusters.
What? Oh, 5:15 Blockbusters, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's why I never watched much.
Or something like Heart Attack or something like that, wasn't it? The late one on
This
ITV.
is an Heart Attack.
This is an Heart Attack.
This
is
Heart Attack. Anyway, Maid Marian, do you want a clip of this as well?
Without your pants?
Not without my pants, no.
Just put it in.
Switch off your TV set and go out and do something less boring instead. you know what I'm talking about?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Greg, I don't even know if you were there in the 80s sometimes.
What, because I'm so young and youthful looking?
No, because you don't know about anything I'm talking about.
But you don't talk very clear, do you?
Why don't you, Greg?
Well, I don't know what.
No, it was a TV programme, Why Don't You? It ran
Oh, yeah.
from 1973 to 1995.
That's a lot, isn't it?
42 series, Greg. Oh, anyway, it was broadcast between 20th of August 1973 and 21st of April 1995. It was originally broadcast in the morning during the summer holidays. So when, like, Going Live and all that wasn't on, this was on. And once it was shown during the weekday evening children's TV slot.
I don't remember the premise. I remember the name. Tell me the premise.
Basically, it was like a magazine show. And it was usually kids from Ireland, Belfast or somewhere, that presented it. And they did loads of stuff like make things, did little films about going out to places. It's a bit like Magpie and Free Time and all those things that you probably don't remember either. No? Oh. Greg, there's going to be people screaming at the screen now, but you can't remember, why don't you?
Sorry.
Shall I put a clip in to remind you?
Without my pants on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you know the name of your own postman. They pass by every day, and often we don't even know their names.
I'm never up early enough to say hello. Never mind ask his name.
No. Or hers.
Yeah, we got a milk lady.
What's her name?
Marian.
This is interesting. It's an idea for car bingo from Elaine Dawson. She says, all you need is a car with a 4x4 grid on it. In each square you draw an object. If you put it in a plastic bag and seal the end, you can use it again.
Now here's one I know that you remember, Greg. Cockleshell Bay.
This is just... It's just... I can see myself sitting at home watching it and getting excited it's coming on as a child, not now.
If you don't know what we're talking about, because it perhaps wasn't on in the country that you currently reside in, it's probably the most British of all of these things that we've talked about. It was a stop-motion animation TV series.
Stop-motion animation.
Created by Cosgrove Hall, who created all of those things when we were kids that were amazing. Each episode was 10 minutes, and it ran from 1980 to 1986.
Do you know what sums it up?
What?
Lovely.
It was a lovely children's TV programme. Probably a little bit... I'm going to sneeze.
Go on then, do it now.
Probably a little bit too slow-paced for today's...
It was very slow. But that's what I mean, it was lovely. It was just so... And that theme tune. Oh, I listen to it now and it makes... I'm trying to do a TV programme here.
Sorry.
I listen to it now and it gets me like quite emotional.
It was about twins.
You can do it again, aren't you?
No, I'm alright. It was about twins Robin and Rosie Cockle. They were the main characters. And they lived at the Bucket and Spade Guest House, which was run by their parents. I'll give you £1 million if you can tell me what their parents were called.
Jim and Sandra.
Oh my God, you got it right.
I thought I did.
Helen and Christopher. And they had a friend. A friend.
Yeah.
What was his name? Mr. Bucket, was it?
Oh, the bearded guy.
No, Ben Gunn. Was that his name?
Who was the fisherman and the bearded guy?
Oh, Shipman, Mr. Ship.
That's it?
He didn't have a beard though. I think you
didn't he?
Misremembering that. But they used to go and help him repair his ship and all that kind of stuff.
I'm thinking of Big Ears.
Oh yeah. And at the end of every episode, the mum would shout, "Robin, Rosie,
I'm going to cry now.
Dinner's ready." And then Mr. Ship would go, "What's for dinner today?" And they'd go, "Our favourites, cheese and chutney sandwiches." Here's a little clip. Cockleshell Bay, while Greg has a breakdown.
Without me pants on.
Well, I come out to tell you as your lunch is ready. Oh, lunch? Great. There's some homemade soup. Oh. And cheese and chutney sandwiches. Oh, great. Wow. Well, that'll thaw you out all right, eh? Yeah. Well, come on then. Before you get frozen soup. Yeah. Bye, Mr. Ship. Bye. Bye, my dears. Bye, Mrs. Rowdy. Bye-bye.
3 weeks, Greg, I've had.
3 weeks what, mate?
3 wonderful, bliss-filled weeks.
Of what?
Without this.
Without what?
This.
Oh, I've missed this. The joke card is back, Jason.
Which haven't got a joke on it.
Nothing on it. It's all on there. But Jason's not allowed to see it because I want to make him laugh with it. I thought we'd have a 3-week. Since it's been 3 weeks, this will be what you call like a real belter, Jason.
Just get on with it.
So this will be the one that will finally crack. Unless, of course, you've seen the bloopers where you genuinely do laugh all the time, Jason, don't you?
No.
Jason, people said I'd never get over my obsession with Phil Collins. But take a look at me now. Take a look at me now. You see, in the song, you see.
Will it be chips or jacket spuds? Will it be salad or frozen peas?
Will it be mushrooms, fried onion rings?
You'll have to wait and see.
Grilled steaks from the Bird's Eye Steakhouse. Pure ground beef that you cook like a steak and serve like a steak. What'll you give your old man with his steakhouse grilled steak?
Hope it's chips. We hope it's chips.
All beef grilled steaks. Another sizzler from the Bird's Eye Steakhouse.
That's it, Greg.
It's hammering down now, Jason.
It is, yeah. 3 weeks wait for that. We do apologise.
We're very busy people. Jason's a full-time... Jason's full-time.
Greg? Well, what do you do?
What do we both do?
I don't know. Anyway, Greg, you may know, well you do know because you've been here every time that I've been here and you've held up the board with the address on, that we've been asking people to send us pictures.
I didn't realise we've had loads since January.
We've had a few since January.
You just
been saving
forget.
them up.
You don't say. No, he forgets.
I don't forget.
And I've just had a right go at him off camera. Literally, I was punching his face in and saying to him, we need to get them all out there. So we're doing it. Not all today, though.
No, because then we'd have none left.
None left.
But thank you to everybody that has sent us an email. We will respond and we will show your picture on TV.
We will.
In the next coming weeks.
You may be asking, why aren't we putting someone in that frame there?
That's because the printer's not working, isn't it, Greg?
That printer there is broken.
Working. We'll try and get that fixed as well for next week.
It's all going ever so well.
But in the meantime, I think it's because we haven't used it for 3 weeks, Greg.
3 weeks. It's rotted here in the studio shed.
In the meantime, I've got a couple of pictures to share with you. It's not on there, it's on this one.
Just that one there.
This is Millie, the dog.
Who's that? Who's that dog there?
And this dog belongs to a long-time friend of the show, Paul Gilbert.
He is?
Yeah, he is. And this is Millie. This is her reaction.
What a beautiful dog.
To your joke, Greg.
What?
Just after your joke, this was the look on her face. I don't know which particular joke it was, but perhaps everyone. It's kind of similar to the look on my face after your joke.
Stupid dog.
She's beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Millie. And I'm sorry about Greg's jokes, but he continues to insist on doing it every week.
It's needed.
I've got another picture for you, Greg, and this is a belter.
Is it another dog?
No. This comes from Kaz.
Oh.
Who won't appreciate your last comment, Greg.
I didn't know you was going to do an animal section.
Look at that.
Oh, Kaz.
Now, Kaz says that she thought long and hard about sending us this photograph.
Why?
Because she says it's embarrassing.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't know why.
She'd get away with wearing that today.
Go and, have you still got it, Kaz?
Try it.
Go and get it on, see what happens.
Walk to your local shop like that today and see what happens. No one will look at you.
Kaz says this is the way that she dressed for a few months in 1984, and she thought she was fashionable. Now, I'm going to say, Kaz, that at the time, it probably was.
Although I'm not sure about the shoes.
And
I don't know whether you can see them shoes. They are flowery.
And is that pineapples and melons? Sketches of pineapples and melons and things on your cardi there? Kaz.
And also, why are you wearing a hat from Del Monte?
Bit of brass on the wall.
Oh,
there.
you
Gotta
can't
have some
beat
brass, haven't you?
Bit of indoor windows.
Yeah.
And some brass nailed in there. I mean, you've got to do it. Haven't you? Oh, someone's watching the picture there. Yeah. I think it's brilliant.
Well done, Kaz. That's great.
And well done for bringing it in, sending it in.
She didn't bring it.
Well, thanks, Kaz. Cheers, Kaz. Thanks for coming.
If you would like to appear on this telly show, which isn't really on the telly, it's on YouTube.
Which is why we don't make any money, to be honest.
Please send us an email to tnt@topgoo.com, but don't be in a rush, because if you send them now, it might be on in September.
We will get through more in the next few weeks, because we are back on this now. We are determined to be... We're definitely going to do every Saturday.
We've said this a million times, Greg.
However, we've got to start doing the other shows. Doesn't have to be in capitals. We've got to start doing the other shows, Jason.
What other shows, Greg?
The cooking one.
Yeah.
We can't really do the cooking when the weather's like this, though, even in here, because we need the door open. That's a good excuse, isn't it? And the other ones, the retro collectors.
We can't do that in this weather, because we can't go to the car boots.
But the scoop and all that.
Can't do that in this weather either.
Well, I can't watch telly to find out any information. I've got a child. I don't get to watch telly anymore.
I'm not sure that we can call it the weekly scoop anymore. The twice yearly scoop.
Basically, we're going to try and do every Saturday.
We went from doing almost every day to once every 3 weeks.
I do partly think it's my fault.
It is.
What? You're supposed to go, don't be silly, mate. It's not a problem.
No, it's completely your fault.
You've had that's upside down. You've had a child.
I've got 2.
Yeah, but they're older, aren't they?
And?
Where are they now?
School.
Where's mine?
I don't know.
Oh, it reminds me.
You left her in the car?
I better get back, hadn't I?
There are a couple of our viewers, Greg, who are desperate to see a picture of your little Mia. Not right now, but perhaps in a few weeks you might share a picture of her. Or bring her in.
Bring her in? In here?
Yeah.
What about all the beer cans there, though?
She'll be alright. She drank half of them. Anyway, thanks for watching Tea and Toast.
Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. And we still haven't hit 12,000 yet, Jace.
Well, I'm not surprised because we haven't put any videos out for 3 weeks. But if you could please remember to like, comment, subscribe and share, that would really help us out.
Do you remember when you said 3 years, Greg? This is it. 3 years.
Yeah, but that was me thinking 3 years of like consistency. Putting videos out, you know, when people could watch them at the same time and on the same day every week.
Anyway, big shout out to Good Mythical Morning out there. How's the money?
Very much.
How's the money rolling in?
We will be back next week.
Yes, we will.
We'll be back next week on Tea and Toast.
We're going to ram a load in next week.
You can do next week.
I'll check with the wife and the little one. But we're going to ram a load in next week.
Oh, ram-a-llama ding-dong.
And I'm telling you, when this weather changes, we will be doing the cooking again, because that's one of my favourites.
We've got some really good ideas.
We have, yeah.
English breakfast lasagna.
It's just disgusting. But I came up with one. Breakfast toast. So you don't even need to cook it all. It's just in the toast.
Anyway, if you are still watching, thanks. We'll see you again next time.
If you're not, then you're not watching.